I'm going to talk to you about one of the most renowned and highly rated visual novels of all time. A visual novel epic I have shipwrecked myself upon, and the rabbit hole chess game I am attempting to dig myself out of, in order to understand the legend of the Golden Witch. Today, let's talk about Umineko no Naka ni When the Seagulls Cry. Part 1, The Question Arc. Umineko is a roller coaster adventure of a story appearing as this classic inheritance murder mystery, but also being like a fantasy thriller drama, filled with killer sisters, demonic goat servants, and too many goddamn laughing witches. This is a mystery, but finding out the culprit seems to be the least concerning, as our two bickering newlyweds, Battler and Beatrice, are too busy yelling chess metaphors and logic puzzles at each other in a game of wits. Compared to typical murder mysteries, Umineko complicates the nature of murder itself. Who done it, how done it, and why done it, just throw that out the window. What we need to know is if it was humanly possible in the first place. Umineko is sadistically deceiving. It wants to mess with you, toying with your mind and dragging you around like it's a child's toy. Put it like this: cackling witch over here kills unfortunate human K in a locked room. How was the murder done? Beatrice says magic. Dumbass. So Battler says witches don't exist, so he has to prove it could be done without magic. Could be literally anything. Traps? Sure, why not? Accidents? Seem plausible. Actual bombs? Bombs, you say? But that's not possible? Well, f you, I don't have to explain. Devil's proof. It's these type of ridiculous engagements that make these logic puzzles intriguing and make you think outside of the box, given this strange goal. These are such absurd big brain arguments that really make you question everything, where death can't be trusted, and the only thing you can really trust are literal red text. It's all useless, I tell you. It's all useless.
ダメだぜ。全然ダメだ!
But the most exhilarating part is the bombastic personalities of Beatrice and Battler. Beatrice is one maniacal, evil, diabolical bastard of a witch, and I absolutely love her. She puts on such a grandiose show, completely owning that role as a sadistic troll, never missing a beat to tease and cackle at Battler's vain attempts. Even on her off days as a sensitive child, she's a very memorable personality.
ついでに言おう。そなたは無能だ。
Meanwhile, Battler, with his stubborn and undying willpower to prove Beatrice wrong, embodies so much underdog energy that the man refuses to go down. He's not alone in this fight either. We are also with him. The Battle of Wits not only challenges Battler directly, but Umineko also helps guide the reader to try to solve the puzzle themselves. There's a sense of camaraderie between the reader and Battler that it becomes even more engaging when we see Battler learning from his past mistakes, and satisfying when we see him take Beatrice down from her haughty throne. Of course, Beatrice and Battler aren't the only ones in the spotlight. Characters get their time to shine, or rather, go out with a bang.
出直してらっしゃい、お嬢ちゃん。
What's fun is that despite a majority of the adults in the Ushiromiya family being absolutely deplorable, hungry vultures ready to pounce on their dying father's inheritance, all of them have very intricate backstories, and some of them have emotionally unstable personalities. And to no surprise at all, this can be traced to how prestigious and distinguished the Ushiromiya family is. Yes, contrary to popular belief, sometimes being stinking rich isn't worth its weight in gold. Without exception, every one of them. More than anything else! Wanted a lot of money right now! It's not just the adults too. All the characters have their own personal insecurities that they're dealing with as well, to varying extreme degrees of unpleasantries. So when certain death stares right at them, it's exciting to watch as their true values and natures come out, making these confrontations even more chaotic, thrilling, and emotionally cathartic. And oh boy is it a ride! Oh shit! Wait, are you implying that we're an imposter? Oh no! Oh no! Oh! I'm Jessica's. Did she punch the man? Yo! Each episode is jam-packed with suspense and action for being a simple murder mystery, and it better be for such a long, drawn-out, glorified chess match. Which brings me to Umineko's main drawback. There's no way around it, and it's one of the reasons why people are so hesitant to read Umineko. Umineko is long. We're talking longer than your typical long visual novel, longer than the damn Bible of all things. This isn't usually bad, it's just risky, as the visual novel has to keep your attention and avoid repetitiveness. Through the changes in perspective in each episode and its escalating plot twists and surprises around every corner, Umineko was able to help alleviate itself from this problem. But despite this, I feel that the script and scenarios could have been tightened up and conveyed more concisely. That feeling when this entire conference about rich people talking about inheritance could have easily been summarized in a single email message. Now, the version of Umineko you can buy is the manga gamer version, but I heavily recommend downloading and installing the 07th mod for Umineko. The 07th mod includes the PS3 port of the visual novel, which includes new character sprites, new background art, and absolutely fantastic voice acting. It's pretty much the definitive Umineko experience, and you really can't appreciate the amount of magical bullshit that goes on without it, especially that damned laugh.
ごめんなさい、ベアトリーチェ様って言ってみろよ。
Higurashi and Umineko were called sound novels for a reason, and these two works are what I believe to be the best in the visual novel medium for sound direction. It's on an entirely different level. The sound effects capitalize on the emotional draw of the story, transforming this murder mystery into a terrifying fantasy horror thriller. From the raging typhoon winds, the resounding grandfather clock, or that ghastly cackling laughter, all these sound garnishes amplify the paranoia and anxiousness of its characters. Welcome to Ryukishi's exciting funhouse of haunting psychological horror. And I haven't even touched the expansive range on this soundtrack, spanning across the spectrum of moods. I guarantee you there are multiple songs where you can recall specific key moments in the narrative. They're quite memorable. For a simple, kinetic visual novel, one wouldn't expect dubstep, trance, rave music. Composed by ZTS, these tracks are pure showstoppers, and I only explained just a fraction of the Umineko soundtrack and its massive amount of vibes. Umineko, the question arc, is only one half of this saga full of murders, mysteries, and magic. And this was merely the halfway point. Every single episode is packed with fantastical moments that has you fully engaged, riding a roller coaster between optimistic hope and harrowing despair. It's a very long journey, being such an intimidating time sink, but if you can weather through this thrilling trip of a visual novel, you'll be presented with so many emotionally gratifying moments by its complex cast of characters. And with the 07th mod, that is an absolute requirement, only makes reading Umineko that much more enjoyable. On the surface, Umineko is this exciting battle of wits that engages you with its murder mystery, but it also makes you think on a much deeper philosophical level on what the true meaning of magic really is. I give Umineko no Naka Koro ni, the question arc, a 5 out of 5 with a seal of approval. Now, if you're interested in seeing my reactions when reading Umineko, check out my Umineko experience videos here on the channel. It's been quite an adventure. If you like this video and want to see more, subscribe if you haven't already. New content every week. For more of my thoughts, you can find me on Twitter at TheAugustTale. That's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again.